In this video we're playing against Irelia. I'm doing commentary over the gameplay because I didn't do any live commentary for this match. We're playing in NA Diamond. I know that I said I would do most of my games in EU West Master, but for educational purposes this game works perfectly fine. And to be honest, I think the chances of playing against Irelia in EU West Master is pretty low, so this will have to do. Against Irelia, you want to take Ignite and Grasp. You are actually stronger than Irelia at level 1. The first thing you want to figure out against Irelia in level 1 is whether she started Q or E. Since you are stronger, you can actually zone her off the wave, and then normally they are forced to use E. This Irelia did not take E, because I think he lacks the matchup knowledge that GP is actually stronger. So in this case, I'm abusing her level 1. You will see that she'll be forced to flash here, because she does not win that. So then I have full control over the wave. The level 1 is definitely the most important. You do not want to give her free Q stacks level 1. So there are a few things that Irelia can do level 1 to avoid your level 1. And that is, they will either hide in the bush. If you don't, like, you need to make sure to check the bushes. Because sometimes they hide in the bush, and then when the first 3 minions are low, they will Q them at the same time and insta have like 3 stacks. So you want to make sure that they're not in the bush level 1. And then also on level 1, you want to walk up to the wave like I did in this game. So you can get your grasp instantly, and that will make it very hard. And you can like zone her off. It will make it very hard for her to fight back. I got ganked under my tower, but I was able to trade, so she actually... It was a fine trade. Walking back to my lane, I saw that my Kha'Zix was topside and she's pushing with no TP, so obviously I ping here for a free gank. It's a bit scary still because there's a very big wave. You can see now that I have a pretty big XP lead already. So the common things that happen in Irelia matchups where I think a lot of GP players struggle is like, if you find yourself that she's freezing on you, right? So basically what I'm doing here. If you find yourself in a situation where the Irelia is freezing on you, then there is no more solution. You should then realize that you played the early game wrong. And you should try to fix that instead. Irelia who is freezing on you, there is no real solution to that. You can ask for jungle help. But by then, you already made big mistakes. And instead of looking to solve the freezing issue, you should look to solve your laning issue, like your early laning, to avoid the freezing issue afterwards. Because you will see now that I just have way too big of a lead. Irelia players have this issue where they always fight you, which is very nice when you're ahead. It's kind of like Yasuo, some kind of like you know, like Yasuo syndrome. I think it makes sense since she is forced to dash in all the time. But that works really good for you when you're ahead, because if you have your passive up, if you have your barrels ready, you can just auto attack her. You don't even need to, like, if you're really ahead, you will see here. If you're really ahead, you don't even need to hit your barrels. You just reset your passive a bunch of times and maybe use your ignite. You can see here that I don't even hit any barrels, but I do get my passive resets. This game was over pretty quickly. The Irelia just kinda... I mean, this is what you want to do against Irelia. You want her to keep fighting you, because you are stronger than her. Irelia players are the type of players that will not admit to themselves that they played wrong or that they're behind. They will gaslight themselves into thinking they can 1v1 you all the time. And in some cases that is true. You still need to pay a lot of attention to the way you fight. The more ahead you are, the more mistakes you're allowed to do. But for most part, when you're ahead, you can kill her anytime. The only notable power spike Irelia has is Blade of the Ruined King. But if you have more than 2 items and plated steel caps, this should be no problem. You obviously also just want to keep your XP lead, and you should do this by staying in your lane. The goal is to just keep farming the Irelia, because you know that she will keep fighting you, she will keep split pushing. You probably have experience with Irelia players, you know, just staying in the side lane the entire game and just hitting the tower. You want to just make her go 0-11 and make her look like the biggest inter in the game. That's it for the Irelia matchup. I hope this helps, and I'll see you next time.